to GSL Code S. We just saw a very convincing series where Leenock dominated 2-0.
Yeah. Some great play there by Leenock. And
superb play.
If he doesn't get out of this group, I will be surprised.
Yeah, I got to agree with you on that one. I really don't see him being stopped. And I'm also super excited about this next matchup we got here.
Yes,
so
indeed.
Keen versus Squirtle. These guys got a little bit of a history here. Squirtle actually got a lot of bit of a history here.
Yeah.
Squirtle was dominating in his group. Keen identified, okay, I can't actually beat this guy in a straight-up game.
Yeah.
So he did a double proxy 11 rounds.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, when I say double, I mean 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
And
he beat Squirtle.
And
got out first in that group.
And oddly enough, Squirtle also lost to MVP in a GSL Code S finals in the final game to a double proxy 11.
Yeah. And I got to say, Keen is the player that he can 4-0 the group or he can go 0-4 or anything in between. He has this huge range.
He's like the wild card.
He's the only player that's really beaten Life recently. Life won MLG, Life won GSL, but Life didn't win in Team League because Keen made a ton of Hellions and killed him. And Keen will always set himself up. He has no disillusions about how good he is compared to his opponent and stuff. He will prepare his strategies accordingly and do what gives him what he believes the best chance to win, and that's a big plus on his side.
Yeah, I think I respect Keen for this. He's not going anywhere, man. He's saying, no, you're not going to get rid of me. I'm going to be in Code S for a long time.
Can't get rid of him.
Yeah. I think he's on the lower.
He's a cockroach Terran.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Well said, cockroach Terran, man. He'll survive through anything. In fairness, I really think that Keen is a low tier as far as Code S players go.
Yes. I've actually been saying this for I don't even know how long, like a year and a half. I've been like, well, Keen, I don't even know if he's exactly Code S quality. It's like
he knows how to stay in Code S.
Oh yeah, no. And the thing is, he'll eventually fall out of Code S. I don't expect him to get top 8. Top 16, maybe.
Yeah, sure, why not?
But, like, he'll probably just come right back in because that's what he does.
Yeah. So, definitely a guy to watch for. I do respect Keen for that, though. He is a crafty guy. He knows when to cheese. He knows when to play standard. All right, guys, get ready. Because we're having the rematch now between Keen and Squirtle here at GOMTV.net. Vegas. All right, in the center left starting location, we have our Terran player, very crafty, always managing to stay in Code S no matter what it takes. He is
MVP King.
And in the center right, we've got our Protoss player. I think easily one of the best build order developers in the world. He is
Squirtle.
So we got Keen, who's like the cockroach Terran, as we said. So that means we're going to have our Protoss player, Squirtle, be the Scarface Zerg.
The Scarface Zerg.
Cockroach Terran. Say hello to my little friend.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh!
Yeah.
God damn it.
I've been meaning to see it.
Scarface is awesome.
I also have only seen the first Godfather, and that was recently.
Oh my god, I was just thinking about this morning. I have not seen The Godfather either.
Yeah,
no, is The Godfather, is the first one the best one, or is there like...
I've only seen the first one. I really liked it. It was very good. But I don't know which one's supposed to be.
Oh man, I need to make like a mental note of that. I have not seen The Godfather. Sometimes, like, I go on a date, and then, the date says something like, oh, I'll be talking about, well, I'm a nerd, so I talk about, nerd stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just like, talk about Star Wars, and, the girl will be like, oh, I never saw Star Wars. And that's immediately when I know this will not last.
Yeah. You have to watch Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just I like when
out of respect, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Wait, we got to talk about this for a second.
Yeah, please.
He's gone double gas. Terran doesn't normally go double gas this quickly. And he never walled in.
Where's his other depot?
He just let Squirtle see it, but it makes sense that he let him see it because you can kind of see it from the ramp anyways. So he didn't waste any time trying to make that depot, and of course it costs a lot of minerals to make 2 gases, but...
Am I missing this? Where is his other depot?
He skipped it.
Okay, so he's just like...
No, he's streamlining here. He'll eventually get the depot, but... Okay, this is a weird opening. And Squirtle cannot expand against this. If he expands, I'm going to be very disappointed. He should either... I mean, he could do some sort of crazy attack like a 4-gate or a 5-gate.
Sure.
Even a 3-gate would be alright, I think. Could grab his gas, go Robo. Could grab his gas and go for Stargate.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of things he can do, but making a Nexus, it would be the scariest.
It would be ill-advised.
Yeah. And it looks like he's going to go like a 4-gate. He's just chrono boosting that core. He has his probe over on the other side of the map. Only the Scanted has seen it, so... The Scanted is not actually a Terran unit.
No. No, it's a Scantipede, man. It's not a Scanted.
Oh, okay.
Scanted, I think, was in StarCraft 1.
Yeah. Oops. They shouldn't change their names, man. They were famous.
I know, they're changing those IDs, man. How are you going to market yourself, Scantipede?
Well, anyways, we do have him going up to 3 gates now. Not surprised that it's a 3-gate. And it's a good choice. I like it.
He spotted it.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell this game's going to turn out.
Well, he's got to start making bunker right now. And if he gets the bunker up, let's see, he has only 1 Marine, but he's making Hellions.
21 SCVs to 24 for Protoss. Peekaboo nerd comes up there.
And Squirrel's just going to make a Nexus, but there we go. The Hellions, oh my god.
Oh, what? That was weird. It's like he dunked that Hellion in butter or something. It just slipped right through.
Yeah. But then he actually attacked the Stalkers with it instead of running it through and seeing what was what.
Okay, Keen is like not on point right now.
No, he's a bit off. Well, Squirtle's going to defend this all very easily. This kind of weird build here from Keen.
I actually don't even think Keen's build is good. Do you think he like messed up his build order timing? Because like I'm looking at this and
no,
look at how much. Well, here, like
it's
as an example,
weird.
Look at how much gas Keen has right now. Why do you have almost 400 gas? Like this means you did your build wrong.
Well, he must have changed it based on something he scouted. Because yeah, that's just wrong to do. You shouldn't have that much gas built up.
Yeah, there's like no.
I mean, too inefficient of a build order. He's not even mining with all his SCVs anymore, so...
I don't even, I don't understand if he was trying to get, like, the fastest possible Banshee or something. I don't know.
I'm not exactly sure, man. It's really hard to say. Maybe he's counting on Squirtle not scouting on this map or something? Going for
I don't know. It's like...
But, yeah, there's something really wrong with how
he's now at almost, he's almost at 500 gas now.
Yeah.
I mean, what is he doing? Like...
Well, nothing efficient.
Look at Squirtle's gas, guys. See how it's constantly dropping down to to 5 or 10. I mean, that means he's efficiently executing his build order. Whereas, like right now, literally, Keen is still mining gas in both gases and making Hellions. He's making one of the only units that doesn't cost gas for Terran.
Yeah, and he's building barracks and just getting stim. And he had 2 and 1 SCVs in gas. Now he has 3 and 3. Like nothing of this is like one of the worst build orders that we've seen.
This is possibly the worst build order I've casted in like a year or two.
I was so excited at the beginning.
I thought I was going to learn something.
I think he must have saw something that made him decide to not do what he was going to do.
Yeah, there must have been something he scouted. He said, "Oh, can't do this." But I can't imagine what he would have scouted. Considering, you don't even get to see what the Protoss is doing until after their core.
You simply don't get in Codas by doing builds like this. So
this is like literally...
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, I know not everybody here is like a StarCraft pro. They might just be casual, but like, Artos and I can both definitely tell you this is one of the worst build orders we've ever casted ever. Ever. This is not. If I saw this right now, if I was observing this online, and somebody said this is a player in even Code A, I would have said no.
Yeah, well,
it's not
what I would
true.
Expect if I'm just looking at this, I'm like, all right, this is a master player that doesn't watch GSL.
Exactly. I'd be like, okay, some guy probably. Yeah, okay, well said. No. Low masters.
He's like, well, gas is important. I'm going to get a lot of gas and expand.
Yeah.
And that's like something that if you don't watch a lot of Pro StarCraft 2, then that's something that's actually really hard to learn that no, in fact, you should you should streamline a lot.
You should optimize your build.
Well,
and you know what's even funnier about this, or maybe not funny about this, is that the other pro gamers right now are watching Lenok and Innovation, and they're watching, and they're probably saying the same thing we are. Like, what is he doing?
I have to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that Keen is too good to have this build order plan, so he had to have.
But even then, he should have pulled SCVs off gas
quicker, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man. I don't know, but I guess technically at this point he's used up his gas. Still too inefficient for my liking.
Too inefficient to even be a pro.
Well, anyways.
All right.
Let's take a look at what's going on in this game now.
Sure.
Squirtle has gone up to Double Forge really quickly. He's going Twilight Tech, even though he has a Robo. He's making some Immortals go with this. That makes a lot of sense. You know, you want to make those Immortals. If you went for Robo and then Twilight, you don't necessarily have to make Immortals, but if you go Double Forge as well, it's all kind of smart. So anyways, we do have Keen starting to do some drops here.
Nice micro here.
Yeah, he does have those combat shields, and he does have stim due to all that early gas.
Hellions coming in over here, hitting this expansion, and the
that didn't work.
To take out those Hellions there. The double-pronged attack here for Keen, not working out too well. That Immortal even surviving that. You can see there are moments Keen tried to target it down. Did not work.
That's right.
Oh, he's going to go for it again, but that Observer sees everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, with 4 medevacs, you can almost just drop on top of a lot of things, but not this many Stalkers. That would not be advisable.
Now he's going to back up just enough so that the medevacs will start unloading, and then he's going to dart forward with the Stalkers, probably shoot down the medevacs. Here we go. Really nice.
Oh, missed targets a little bit, but still gets that medevac, so a very strong move there by Squirtle. Squirtle defending extremely well now, and he doesn't actually have too many observers out either. He only has 2, and I'm trying to find where the other one is, because he doesn't have good spotting of his front, really. Okay, wait, there it is, and the other one's scouting the third. Okay. Actually, that was a pretty well-placed observer overall.
Supplies are dead even, but this does still have Squirtle in the lead right now. Squirtle has not lost any significant units. For instance, the Terran players lost a medevac. Squirtle has not lost a Sentry or an Immortal.
Mm-hmm. Now Squirtle taking this third base with a 2-2 halfway done. Keen only halfway done on his +1 armor. Already has the attack, of course. But as Squirtle hits that 2-2, finishes Blink, and then gets charged, he's going to be in a really good spot if he doesn't take any damage. So this is the window where Keen needs to get some damage on.
Right. And we see him go over the third down. He might be able to force a cancel on the Nexus if
there's
Squirtle's
a good
not
chance.
fast enough.
And he might not be. I mean, well, he targeted that pylon a little bit too much. Won't be able to force a cancel because of that.
Hellions coming in here now to the second. Oh, no, excuse me, Marauders and Marines. I'm sorry.
Oh, if he could get Forges, that would be huge. But no, not going for Forges right now. Just targeting down some units. And
targeting down this Nexus over here at the top.
Oh, and this is dangerous, though, because he might just lose everything.
Oh, my God. He barely gets the Nexus. The Sentries take out that medevac. He is getting these medevacs now. And he can actually chase these medevacs all the way home.
Yeah, until the reinforcements get there. He's got to be very careful. And here come the reinforcements. No blink away. He did kill off 3 medevacs. Pretty reasonable.
Now, I don't know if that trade up there at the top favored Keen. I feel like trading an army for a Nexus is very rarely the right thing to do.
Yeah, you know, this time, because 2 medevacs got away, I think I can live with that one because it's such a long map, and if he keeps threatening drops, it's still going to be hard for Squirtle to punish him for doing that, right? So, Keen with 3 bases up, stalling out Squirtle's third. It's done some okay things for him. This drop, though, was inadvisable.
This was pitiful.
He knows that Squirtle has Stalkers with Blink, and he knows that he has a reasonable amount of them.
This is when you really want to back off from dropping.
Yeah, I would say that last, right before that drop, like the attack he had at the natural plus hitting that Nexus, that should have been his last attack for a little bit. He needs to back off a little bit, keep an eye on what Squirtle's doing, and then start moving in as Squirtle's moving out. That's really the way that he's going to be able to get ahead.
Yeah. All right, as you can see now, Keen has sort of backed off. He is defending and building up. He does have a supply lead over his opponent, so Keen is, in fairness now, macroing quite well.
Yeah.
Getting those upgrades.
3-3 is halfway done, though, for his opponent. So 3-3 and 2-2 are going to finish about the same time, which will keep Squirtle ahead by 2 upgrades, which is really nice for him. Cloak is actually on the way for Ghost right now for Keen, and this is a very Keen type of thing to do. Get that Cloak, because this is kind of a weird time to get Cloak right this second. Normally it's a little bit later than this.
Yeah.
So there's definitely a possibility you can catch Squirtle with no Observer with his army, or perhaps just 1 or something like that. And that can definitely change the whole game around. Keen is giving himself an opportunity to really capitalize on a very small mistake that Squirtle may make.
As you can see now, it looks like this game is normalized a little bit as we're entering a passive phase here. Both players not really engaging each other, but we do have Keen moving out here. This may be just for map dominance. This may be to actually go for an attack. Looks like he just wants to keep map dominance, make sure he has control of the watchtowers.
Yeah, you know, he's maxing out right now, but he can't touch Squirtle until he gets that 2-2 done, and realistically, he should turtle up a little bit more. You know, this is the point of the game where you know Squirtle has everything he needs, so you need to secure your 4th with the planetary. You need to make sure that things like that Warp Prism we just saw are going to be minimized as to how much damage they can do, and things like that.
All right, it looks like Squirtle may be ready to engage here.
You know,
but he's a little bit split up. He's a little bit split up.
Yeah, that was
EMPs hitting those sentries. The Colossi taking a lot of hits here from the Vikings.
And with no Psystorm in here, those Colossi are so important. Keen microing back very strongly right now, and it looks like he should have enough to actually kill this off.
Squirtle continuing to chase him back, but now regrouping.
Good choice for him to turn around. That was like literally exactly when Squirtle should have turned around. You know, without any real splash damage there, aside from a little bit of Archon attacks, with how low hit points we're getting, he needed to get out of there. That was actually really well done by both players. And Squirtle is just skipping Psystorm, man. He doesn't care. He's making Archons, he's making Colossi. He's going for the brute force technique here.
And it looks like we're going to have Squirtle, or at least Squirtle trying to, take a 4th base at top center. But it looks like this Marine might deny that.
Yeah, Keen's pretty on top of things with that. And
I have to say, Keen's playing 1,000 times better than he was at the start of this game.
Yeah, he's playing very well right now. He's got double reactored starports up. He's getting his 3-3. He's got ghosts. He's got a planetary going up at his 4th base. He's got additional command centers. Keen's playing really well, man. Keen is an impressive player quite often. Every now and then I'm like, but a lot of the time, more and more, Keen is looking Code S.
Yep. Well, I feel like Keen is one of the players we don't think about as much for late game. At least I don't. I never think about late game when someone says the word Keen.
That's true. What about when they ask you, Tasteless, are you keen on late game?
And I still don't think about late game. That's how crazy it is.
Whoa.
Wow.
He's really infiltrated your brain.
It looks like the number of Archons is going to be strong against the Marines Marauders, but he's got to be careful about the Ghosts with the EMP.
Now, Squirtle actually needs to stay in a defensive posture, as we're seeing him go into, but this gives Keen some time to get his 3-3 done and to get exactly the composition he wants right now. Now, Squirtle is moving out. I'm a little, just slightly surprised by this. You know, if he loses this army, he doesn't have Psystorm, and he doesn't have any additional Robos, so replacing this army is going to be very difficult. That's a lot of Archons, by the way.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow. I mean, I like to make Archon stasis, but that's maybe, I think Squirtle's figured something out there Toast doesn't realize yet about how good Archons are in your army.
Well, I guess, I mean, even if you have enough Zealots, they're still going to be tanking the damage, you know.
Yeah.
And then, you know, with clumps like this, I mean, 1 or 2 Archon shots and everything does die.
That's true, but the one thing I'm worried about is that Keen is heavy on Ghost right now. He's about to have 15 or 16.
All right, here we go.
Throw down 4 EMPs on those things and they evaporate.
All right, here we go now. He's moving up. Zealots spilling in here. So many EMPs shot down right now.
Yeah, and a lot of those Archons did take a lot of damage. Down go the Colossi, and all that's left are some Archons and Immortals, a handful of Stalkers as well.
And you called it, Artosis. Wow, he can just keep kiting this.
And in fact, he will back up for now. He's got to be careful. Some more units are rallying out, and Squirtle overextending a little bit, I feel.
Another scan here. Squirtle's got to be careful. Squirtle is very close to where Keen can just reinforce.
That's right. He's right on top of the production of Keen. Well, not on top, right next to, and that's the worst place to be. It's going to be very hard for him to actually break through here with just these gateway units that he's producing. What type of splash does he have? Just the occasional Archon, and that's not what you want against someone that has this many medevacs and good micro.
Nice, forcing to cancel there.
Now look at the supply. Squirtle is still attacking at 120 against 171 supply here. He's only got 56 probes against 72 SCVs though, so that does bring his... You can imagine his supply right now is 144 as opposed to 124. If you look at that number to decide who wins a battle.
It's true. It is true. Well, looks like the fourth is going to be taken here by King. Keen is actually moving up. He might be trying to go for the fourth base here for Squirtle.
Squirtle is still trying to overrun. Just Archons and Zealots just non-stop here. Thing is, as long as King keeps falling back to this planetary, Archon Zealot doesn't normally like to attack planetary, especially if there's actual units there. And with all these Archons, I mean, these ghosts are regaining their energy. He's got 12 of them. All you have to do is hit like 3 EMPs, you know, even 2. Does so much damage to those Archons.
Oh, nice. Getting those observers. Ooh. Beautiful. Oh, man. Ghosts are going to rain terror over here without any observers.
He's going to be haunted with this loss. All right, but he has not lost yet. He does have those 4 bases. Keen has taken a 5th. Very nice.
He's sending some SCVs in the front here to tank.
I think he's realized that, hey, you still don't have Psystorm or any Colossus? Good thing to send a few of those in. And, well, the
Snipe is going to be huge here, too, by the way.
Oh, and look at that. Huge amount of EMPs on all those Archons, and they do fall apart.
Oh, my God, GG. I cannot believe how outplayed Squirtle was with a bunk build order to start of that game.
That was a weird build order. I'm still trying to figure it out because it so doesn't make sense. Because, you know what, during that one drop, he did have combat shields and stim, and he had +1 on the way. Like, I don't know. There's... I think
it was a super fast cloaked Banshee.
Maybe.
But something happened. He thought, oh, he's going to get my base and kill me. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Well, anyways, let's talk about the finer points of that game.
Sure.
He played like a god after that. He played so well. Squirtle. I mean, I thought Squirtle would get out of this group probably in second place. Not first, Squirtle second, but always accepted in my heart that Keen can win any group. And,
yeah, you never want to count Keen out, man.
He played pretty much a macro game there. He played it super well.
It's the cockroach turret, man.
Dude,
survive anything.
You know what? I feel like maybe the style of player that Squirtle's been practicing against will lose to what he just did. But if you play any of these Terrans, and each Terran has his own style. Some people really like to stay heavier on regular infantry. Some people like to go pretty heavy ghosts.
Sure.
And it is a somewhat stylistic thing, but against someone that makes 12, 16 ghosts, that amount of Archons is not going to be all that worthwhile. Like,
sure.
You should have some Archons in your army, but to have that many, they evaporate. Like, the ghosts actually start beating them. And so I feel like Squirtle just kind of decided, well, this is what I'm going to do, and it's going to work. And it's like, well,
he thought it in that voice, too.
Yeah, against someone that's going that heavy ghosts, you actually have to kind of mess with your composition and go a little bit heavier on the Colossi.
I would say don't get more than 2 Archons.
Well, against that many, yeah. Why don't you go heavier Colossi, add in some more Vikings?
There was also no harass from Squirtle. He could have used some Warp Prism harass.
Actually, Keen did a great job with the turret ring in his main, so...
Oh, is that what happened?
I don't know if Squirtle checked for that even, but I saw it go up. I'm like, okay, this is good, but there was too much stuff going on. I couldn't say it.
The game was too exciting. I was too busy cheering to cast it.
Yep. Oh. All right, anyways.
I still haven't done that. I want to make this plot of, like, it's like me pretending to be another caster, and I'm just like, I'm like too much of a fan of, like, one of the players. And, like, every time, like, I'm like, over here, you see, oh, no, look out! Look out! No! And like the Warp Prism just blows up or something. I'm like, oh. And like a battle starts up instead of casting. I'm just like, yeah, go Squirtle! Like,
that's awesome.
And then when it's done, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I was too busy cheering. I forgot to cast a game. So dumb.
I really like that.
All right, guys. So let's get ready. Ready to rumble. We got Keen so far up 1 game against Squirtle. The winner goes on to face Leenock in the GSL Code S.
Let's do this.